Pam Bondi was today brutally reminded that interest in the Jeffrey Epstein story is not going away. After trying to sweep questions about the Epstein files under the rug, interest from the media and the public has only become more intense, leading to calls for her resignation, which she has squashed.
I'm going to be here for as long as the president wants me here, and I believe he's made that crystal clear. It's 4 years, well, 3.5 now, right? We've got 6 months in, and it feels like 6 years.
And Donald Trump has weighed in, defending his attorney general whilst bizarrely saying the Epstein files were made up.
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing, and in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen. And I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden, we went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it. But she's handled it very well, and it's going to be up to her. Whatever she thinks is credible, she should release,
And in another press conference, the president again tried to deflect from the situation, again bizarrely saying the story was boring.
Mr. President, I know you've urged people to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled?
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things, the Steele dossier, which was all fake. All that information was fake. But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
The president did, however, go on to urge Pam Bondi to release all credible information.
But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say let them have it.
But online commentators from all sides of the political spectrum aren't buying Trump's nonchalant attitude towards the Epstein case. Like Matt Walsh, who said, "We can't move on from this."
People are not just going to move on with their lives, no matter how badly you want them to. And there's a reason for that. And I want to make this very clear to those on the right, including the president himself, who are telling us to just drop the subject and move on. We can't drop it. We can't move on. Because what we want is justice.
Former presidential nominee Nikki Haley also weighed in, saying, "Release the Epstein files and let the chips fall where they may. This is why people don't trust government. You can never go wrong with being transparent. Redact victims' names and release the rest." Actor Kevin Spacey added, "Release the Epstein files, all of them. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth can't come soon enough. I hate to make this about me, but the media already has." Commentator Megyn Kelly has asked for a wide-ranging interview to get to the bottom of the case.
I'm a supporter of the president, but this is not going well. And they need a shift in strategy. And I really think what needs to happen is I volunteer to do it because I am not conspiratorial, but I totally understand the Epstein case very well and why people have questions about it. I'll sit down with all three of them. Give me Bondi, Patel, and Bongino for 2 hours. Nothing, no holds barred. I can ask anything. And then the audience can see whether they're truth tellers.
And in another twist, Tim Burchett has formally called on Oversight Chair James Comer to allow Ghislaine Maxwell to testify in front of Congress on the Epstein case. Speaker Mike Johnson supports this.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Marjorie or Anna about that specific subject, but I'm for transparency. We're intellectually consistent in this. Look, Reagan used to tell us we should trust the American people. I believe in that principle. I know President Trump does as well, and I trust him. I mean, he put together a team of his choosing, and they're doing a great job. It's a very delicate subject, but we should put everything out there and let the people decide it.
Commentator Benny Johnson agrees, saying, "Let Maxwell speak." Commentator Benny Johnson agrees, saying, "Let Maxwell speak."
Ghislaine Maxwell is ready to testify. The way to put the dog down is take her out of her cell, put her in front of the American people, and say, yo, what was this exactly? Since you were there and all the first-hand witnesses seem to be dying of mysterious circumstances, including but not limited to Virginia Roberts, who was just killed before this.